Hey, what's up? My name is Tyson Brown and I want to welcome you to Tyson's Fitness Tips podcast. This is Australia's top health and fitness podcast to help you lose weight, look good with your shirt off, feel confident in your body, and finally achieve the goals you want with your health and fitness. So 5 days a week, I'm going to be giving you top information from myself and also from leading experts in the field so you know everything you need to do to get in the best shape of your life. From nutrition to mindset to workout, everything is covered in this podcast and you need to go nowhere else. So like I said, it's going to be 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, in your ears with quick actionable segments that you can implement straight away, because the most important thing is that you can put these things into play. Also, if you listen all the way to the end of the episode, you're going to get 2 special gifts that you can download upon listening to it. So make sure you listen all the way to the end to get those free gifts, okay? So let's get into the episode.
What is going on? It is episode 3 of Dieting Mistakes. Pretty actually impressed that I got to 3 episodes because I didn't know I would, but this is great because this just means that I get a lot of stuff to talk about that I didn't even realize. So far we've covered a fair few mistakes. If you missed the last 2 episodes, make sure to go back and listen because there are some really golden nuggets in there that I think you'll be able to take away when it comes to avoiding dieting mistakes. Now we're going to go through a couple more to finish it off. Alright, so another mistake I notice a lot of people making is drinking their calories. Whether it be a smoothie in the morning, whether it be sodas, whether it be juices, whether it be milks, all these things, all the things you drink contain calories, right? And if it's a low volume food and it contains calories, you are still going to be hungry, so you're wasting calories, right? So let me give you an example. Let's say you like to have a glass of juice every morning, which is about 50 to 60 calories. But you would have more than a glass because if you measured out 250 mils, you probably wouldn't drink 250 mils. So let's say 500 mils of juice. Oh, I love having a juice, great. Cool, you have a juice. So that's 100 calories right there. Then maybe later on, you will have a can of Coke. A can of Coke, I'm pretty sure is 120 calories if I'm correct. And then you might drink a small little smoothie later on. So 2 bananas, let's say some spinach, some milk. What else would you put in a smoothie? I don't know, there's all these little green smoothies out there. Anyways, you put all these things in there. So I'm just trying to make an example of like all these calories could add up to 300 to 500 calories extra that you're having in your day that are stopping you from losing weight, right? So what you want to do is you want to cut back on liquid calories. I highly recommend you don't drink juice. If you want fruit, if you want nutrients, eat fucking fruit, okay? When it comes to smoothies, you can make smoothies more bulkier by adding more ice. And if you make them more bulkier, they have more volume. And if they have more volume, they're gonna fill up your stomach more and you're going to feel full, right? But in saying that, you need to make sure that if you're gonna do that, you're not putting high calorie dense foods in there. Bananas, they're healthy, but they're high in calories. Peanut butter, high in calories. Flax seeds, high in calories. All these things you're adding in there, if they're high in calories, they're going to add up during the day. So whether you track calories, that's cool. If you track it and you fit it in, that's great. But if you're someone who's not tracking calories and you're trying to figure out how to reduce how many you're drinking, how many calories you're having, reduce how many calories you are drinking, okay? If you have a protein shake, keep it simple. Protein powder, water, ice, some stevia if you want it to make it palatable, but don't fucking go overboard. Speaking of drinking your calories, also snacking on high calorie, quote unquote healthy foods. Trail mixes, ridiculously high in calories. Nuts, super high in calories. Hummus, not super high in calories depending on how much you have, but it's easy to overeat. Like, if you're like me, you may be or you may not be, like I could easily demolish a tub of hummus. I think one day I ate 500 grams, like half a kilo of hummus and crackers, and it was so goddamn good. But I was so full and sick afterwards, right? And so all these little healthy, quote unquote healthy snack foods still contain calories. And remember, calories are the sole determinant of weight loss. So if you're eating all this food because you think it's quote unquote healthy, but you're not losing weight, it's because you're having too many calories. All right. So trail mixes, nuts of any kind. What else did I say? Trail mixes, nuts, hummus, dips, just things like that, like little snacky food, or like, you know, the granola bars or the muesli bars or things like that. Even though they say high in protein, it's probably like 7 grams of protein. I saw this bar yesterday, this muesli bar at my girlfriend's house, and it says high in protein. I was like, oh sweet, had a look. It was 5 fucking grams of protein. How can you promote that being high in protein? So all these little marketing tricks, all these things that you think are healthy, they still contain calories. And if you're eating too many calories, you're not going to lose weight, right? Now, going to the next one. The probably reason you're snacking is because you're not preparing your food. You're not preparing healthy meals. You don't have food available, and so you go and make shitty choices. Now, you're probably groaning, you're like, oh fuck, I don't want to make meal prep, like I hate doing it. That's fine. Go and buy pre-prepared food, okay? You've got 2 choices. You either have more money or you have more time. For me, I'm not super rich, so I take more time to prepare my meals. If you have the money, buy you foods, buy Muscle Meal, Chefs, whatever it's gonna fucking be, that's gonna help you order your food. It's gonna be healthy, ready to go. It's gonna keep you in your calorie deficit. I have to prepare my food because I don't buy that stuff, right? So, in saying that, if you don't have the money, you need to spend more time prepping, okay? But you don't need to spend 2 or 3 hours preparing your meals. Not even close. All you have to do is you need to make sure that you have simple foods that are gonna be there, that are quick and easy to make, that are gonna take up a lot of time, and that are nutritious, right? Let's take my breakfast, for example. It's 2 Chobani Greek yogurts and an apple. How much meal prep do I need to do? I need to cut the apple up, and that's all I need to do. I take the Chobanis with me to work, I cut the apple up at work, boom, boom, there's my breakfast. Lunchtime, 2 cans of tuna with a pre-cut salad. Wow, how amazing is that? How much meal prep have I needed to do so far? Fucking 0. All I've had to do is go and buy it, okay? So you can still buy foods that don't need to be prepared that you can have for a healthy meal. If you go to tysonbrown.com.au/fitness bundle, I've got free 20 high protein recipes that don't take a lot of time to cook, that you can use, that'll keep you full, that are nutritious, that are high in protein, and they'll help you stick to your diet, okay? It's not about, you know, you complain about doing this prepping stuff, but then you beat yourself up that you don't meal prep because now you're choosing shitty options. It's one or the other, and you've just got to make a conscious effort. Maybe it's going to take you an hour on Sunday just to go shopping, get what you got to get, come home, make small adjustments, cut up a little bit of food here and there, and then you are good to go. So I hope that was helpful. Just make sure you're taking some time to prep. Okay, so what else have I want to talk to you about? Oh, this is the final one, keeping trigger foods in your house. So here's the thing. I talked about earlier on not restricting food you love, you know, having the mentality of like, I'm choosing not to have this food, right? You also need to choose to not keep foods that you overeat in your house. You need to make that conscious decision to say, you know what, I'm choosing not to eat this food today. I'm choosing not to keep this in my house because there are certain foods that are going to cause you to go nuts. They're going to cause you to overeat, and they're going to cause you to ruin your diet. Let's take me, for example. I don't keep chocolate or ice cream in the house. I can't stop at 1 spoonful or 1 bowl full of ice cream. I will go nuts and I'll probably finish the whole thing. So, knowing that, I don't keep that trigger food in my house because I may have a little bit of willpower today because it's the start of my diet, and I may have a little bit of willpower next week. But one day, I'm going to come home from work, I'm going to be hungry, I'm going to forget to have meal prepped, or I maybe would have meal prepped, and I'm going to open my cupboard and I'll be like, boom, I want that packet of Oreos. Or open my, what's the word called? Open my freezer and go, I want that tub of ice cream. And nothing's going to stop me. And that's going to not ruin my diet, it's going to throw me off for the day. It's going to ruin my day of dieting, and then I'm going to start again tomorrow. So, in order to avoid that, you keep trigger foods out of the house. Now, this may mean you've got to talk to friends or family about trigger foods, about hiding it from you, or whatever it's going to be. But you got to do what you got to do. Because if you don't, you're going to keep making that mistake over and over again. You're going to be angry that it keeps happening. You're going to wonder why it keeps happening. And you can make the small changes to be able to say, you know what, if I don't keep the trigger food in my house, I don't think about it. If I don't think about it, I don't eat it. And it's really as simple as that. Okay? So, they are all the dieting mistakes that I want to talk to you about. I appreciate you listening over the 3 episodes. I hope they were helpful. I hope they're going to help you make better decisions, especially with what to avoid. Because when you know what to avoid and you start making better decisions, you're much more likely to be able to stay on track with your diet. And as you can hear, my keys are rattling. I've done my 30-minute walk. I'm coming back home to have my coffee before I go back out to work. And I'll speak to you in the next episode. So if you have any questions, hit me up on Instagram at Tyson the Trainer with 2 R's, and I'll speak to you next time.
Hey, thanks for listening to the podcast. I really appreciate it. So now you've listened all the way to the end. That means you get some free goodies. So what you can do is you've got 2 different options, or you can take them both. I've got an intermittent fasting cheat sheet and a high protein 20 recipe meal guide designed specifically for you in your situation. These meal plans and this intermittent fasting guide is designed to help you burn stubborn belly fat and get in the best shape of your life. So all you have to do is go to the show notes, click on the download link, and they'll get sent straight to your email address. It's as simple as that. They're completely free. They're going to help you transform your body. So go to the show notes now and download the free guides, and I'll speak to you in the next episode.